Right, bluegills again. Let's put this guy back. All right, so this time out, we were out looking for bluegills, and we found some on the backwaters of Mississippi River in a boat harbor. A lot of areas, a lot of docks, boats, boat holding area, whatever you want to call it. But at first in the video, we found a down tree in an inland lake that holded a bunch of bluegills, but they were all small and they didn't keep biting, so that bite didn't pan out. But then we traveled back to this location we fished before and maxed out on bluegills, and we put the hammer on them using gulp, fake wax worms, waxies, for big eater bluegills. And the deepest spots in this location is where we had our best luck catching these bluegills. Right, bluegills again. Let's put this guy back. Now there's that big tree. It falled sometime this year. It's new. That one. And when it's newish, like a year or two, a lot of fish go to it for whatever reason, and that's where I'm casting, and that's where I'm getting these bluegill. We had something on earlier that felt real nice, probably a big bluegill, and we lost it. All right, and the other thing, we are in November, like beginning of November, like the 1st or 2nd, and there's a little bit of snow in the air. Really hot, just a couple little white dots every once in a while. Wisconsin, inland lake. Small little guy. Just right up in that tree. Another smaller one. So bobber, sinker, and a gulp. Little minnow gulp. With a little tiny little jig head. 2 feet down from the bobber. Alrighty, got another one here. They all kind of been small. Probably. Yeah, another small one. Alright, we're on. Oh, right in a bunch of weeds. Yes, November and there's still weeds around. Cause it's been a cold or warmer fall. Probably a little bit nicer one. Well, that's probably our nicest one. They really slowed down when it's 5:30 right now. They really slowed down. I'm getting them right behind that big tree. They moved back in there, it seems like. Well, there's another tiny little bluegill. It is freezing out here, by the way. Fingers are froze, feet are definitely froze. Catching mostly all small bluegill. First good one, using gulp, fake waxy. Big bluegill. Yeah, 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 yeah. 3 of them. And that one I just caught, probably the smallest. Oh yeah, that's another keeper right there. Look at that one. Really, really slow. Really, really slow, but I think I'm at 4. That's a nice one. Look at that. Big 8-pointer. I'm thinking deer hunting. Big bluegill. Right there is what I'm using. With little fake waxies. on a little panfish bowl, 6-pound test, Suffolks. Lows of 20 during the night. Fall is definitely here. Trees are gone. Or leaves are gone. Trees are gone. But really, really slow. That's another thing. I'm getting quality. I caught only 6 fish. Only had to release 2. I'm sitting at 4 all morning long for about 2 hours now. Really, really horribly slow. But I'm catching quality with what I'm using here. So I'm gonna get back to it and hopefully get more. So that makes number 5. So I was off this dock. I'm moving docks because of how slow it is, and I just moved over to the next dock and I caught a nice one. 5. Well, it got extremely slow. I'm not even getting bites barely anymore. Middle of the day, I think it's around noon, 1 o'clock. And there's the smallest one of the day. That's not a good sign. Like I said earlier, all I've been getting was pretty good ones, and now here's this tiny little thing. A little bit after I caught that little one, we got a little bit bigger one. Still not a keeper though. Getting bigger though. So, I'm gonna show you here. Without hooking myself. Right there is what I'm using. Just tiny little gulp, waxy. Fake waxy. Well, I don't wanna live forever. There's a rock bass, different species, little tiny thing. Well, I don't know how much you missed, but got another one. This makes 7. And we went all the way down the docks, all the way to the end where it just gets deeper back there. Well, about the same where we are right here. It's around 20 feet, 15 feet. And there's another keeper. Alright, that makes 7 really good eaters. Well, and there's number 8. There's a couple big pipes like these two right in front of me here. We're fishing right next to them, and there's a pile of bluegills. But number 8. So here's another one. I think this is 9 or 8. We're fishing 2 pillars right next to each other, just like that, at the very end of the docks. Bluegills. November bluegills now. Beginning of November. Another, this is number 10, walking back to the pail, backwaters of the Mississippi River in a boat harbor. Max of 15 for bluegills, so I'm at 10. I only need 5 more, but we're thinking about leaving here, so we're not gonna catch much more. So we got pretty close today, catching our max on a really hard, slow bite. Alright, and another thing, we're in about 20 to 15 feet of water in between there, fishing for these guys. Getting a pail full. One more keeper, that makes 11 on that fake waxy gulp. We're done. The wind changed, the bite got a little rough, so we're done calling it on this bluegill right here. So, from the Mississippi, I'll see you all later. Alright, I believe this is the final look. 11 bluegills. 10 or 11 bluegills in there. I believe it's 11. They're all over that 8-inch mark. All nice eaters. Alright. Well, we didn't max out, but we have 11 bluegills, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty close to maxing out. We only need 4 more, but that's that. Get these guys cleaned up and yeah.